Manhattan's new district attorney is making some big changes to what crimes will be prosecuted. The DA's office wants to avoid prison sentences and emphasize rehabilitation rather than punishment, though this is not without controversy. Paul Gerke live in New York City to explain the DA's thought process, and there are a lot of people, including the police union, who are saying this is one big mistake.
That's right, Adrian. In fact, New York City's new mayor is a former police officer, so you would think he's got a thing or two to say about this. Alvin Bragg is the first black district attorney in Manhattan's history. He went to Harvard Law School. He worked for the New York Attorney General, but he also grew up on the streets of Harlem. And he says he knows firsthand just how unfair the criminal justice system can be to people of color. And now that he has an opportunity to make a change, he's doing just that.
Manhattan's new district attorney, Alvin Bragg, has a plan to reform criminal justice in New York City. In his eyes, that starts with the system producing fewer criminals. In his first staff memo, Bragg instructs his office to reserve prison sentences for only the worst of violent offenses, like homicide, domestic felonies, and sex crimes. The DA will no longer seek life without parole and will reduce charges for victimless or petty crimes like low-level drug dealing and prostitution. Armed robbers and convicted criminals caught with weapons that aren't guns may also face more lenient charges, depending on the case. Adams wants his assistant DAs to consider the impacts of incarceration and whether it truly adds to public safety. Bragg promised change while running for district attorney. He says these issues are personal for him. In a June interview, he shared how he was targeted repeatedly under New York's old stop and frisk policy.
Those early stops are what got me really invested in saying, like, we got to change this system.
Not everyone is on board with this sort of reform. Critics doubt the success of similar policies in other major cities and believe they'll actually lead to more violence. The city's largest police union tweeted, "Police officers don't want to be sent out to enforce laws that the district attorneys won't prosecute."
As I mentioned off the top, New York's new mayor, Eric Adams, is also a former police officer. He was asked yesterday at a press conference regarding about a dozen alleged gang members who were arrested what he thought about the DA's new policies. He said he hadn't had a chance to review them yet, but he's generally in line with what Bragg thinks and says, quote, he has a real vision. Adrian?
You know what? There are a lot of people who can see what the DA is trying to do as an ambitious way to stop recidivism. But on the other hand, you have a time in our history where crime has gone up in large cities, and you see the lawlessness of these smash and grab crimes and think, how do we weigh the balance of justice right now? It's a big question.
Well, just to be clear, though, Adrian, he's not exactly changing any laws, and those who are responsible for let's say, armed robbery are not just going to walk away scot-free. In fact, many of those people will still go to prison. He's just recommending lesser sentences and doesn't want to keep people in prison for their entire lives. Making criminals out of our city's young people is the way he put it, where once you're put away for 20 years without the opportunity for parole, that person's life is over. They can never contribute to society. He doesn't want the penalties to look like that. He's not saying he wants criminals to let the cities go to waste or anything like that, just to be clear.
I appreciate you giving us some insights, because that was the first thing that I think a lot of people saw and thought about when they read this in their newspaper. What's going to happen to these criminals who do have lesser violations? Thank you so much, Paul, for breaking that down, as always. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.